had a client the other day who reached out to me and said, I'm safe, but I'm not okay. Wow. She is not the only one. And I assure you, if you have felt that same way, you are not the only one. We are safe. Most of us are safe, but yet we still have doubts and fears and worries. And let me just tell you that, first of all, you are not alone. And you might go through all kinds of different emotions going through this, because let's face it, as a counselor, I know whenever we have any kind of crisis like we're going through right now with the COVID and the coronavirus scare, any change is going to bring some anxiety, first of all, just because it's change. But then you go beyond that. And like this client said, well, I'm safe, but I'm in my house. I feel alone. I don't have anybody that I can run these ideas or thoughts or fears by. And so let me just assure you, first of all, in addition to not being alone, and that this is normal to go through stages of grief. You may have heard about stages of grief when people die, but anytime you have a loss, you're going to hear the same thing and you're going to go through the same thing. That is, first of all, a shock or disbelief. This can't be happening. It won't happen to me. But then maybe you begin to hear more of the reports and you have some anxiety. You go through some depression. Maybe you get angry. Maybe you get angry at God, at the government, at other people, at your neighbors who aren't wearing masks. Who knows what is going on? But you're going through all of these things and you have all these questions. And that's the bargaining until we can get to that place where we can say, okay, hey, I've got to just do what I can control, because frankly, I think we're at a new normal.
Yeah, it's absolutely a new normal. I love that she was transparent enough to say that. I'm safe. It kind of has quotations on it, right? But
Right.
I'm not okay.
Right.
But I'm not okay. And here's the deal. Let's get really direct about this, okay? None of us were taught how to do this.
That's right.
None of us were taught how to do this. We have different personalities, we have different histories, which means that we all deal with it differently.
Right.
And the fact is, we're still all going through the changes. We're still all going through the uncertainty. And it's not just our city, not just our state, not just our nation. It's quite literally the entire world. And then you have kind of on a spiritual or mental emotional aspect, there's fear swirling in the atmosphere is what I want to say, in the not only the physical environment, but on a spiritual kind of a level, right? As far as connection, there's so much fear. And the bottom line is we don't know exactly how to navigate. That's part of the uncertainty. None of us has a blueprint for this. Some people appear to, don't they?
Right. Right.
Some people are getting even more and more controlling to try to figure it out. Some people are trying to serve even more. And some people are like, you know what, I'm just going to have fun. It's different personalities. I love how you're saying that it's normal as much as it can be normal, right? What do they say about normal? It's a cycle on the washer or the dryer. There's no such thing as normal. It's just a cycle on an appliance.
That is right. But hey, you know, let's face it. We haven't been able to get haircuts. Are people going to start going gray-haired and guys wearing longer hair? I mean, things that we just would laugh about and we would never allow before is now we're somehow adjusting. Somehow I get the bangs out of my face and somehow I am doing that. And somehow you will too. Because as you do that, and if you get away from the fact that, oh, you've got to have your 2 cents worth in on social media or to your neighbors or whatever, look and focus on what you can control. What are you in charge of? You're in charge of your daily routine. Do you go ahead and get up and take a shower and put on makeup and fix your hair and do that kind of thing? I assure you that if you do, you will feel better. Hey, even if you're wearing house shoes and sweats underneath, part of you is still gonna look good because that's part of what you can control. You can control how much time you spend watching the news or listening to the radio or the social media talking about all of the disasters. You can control that. And I challenge you to do just that.
Yep, absolutely. So I'm Ana-Christina Hicks. I'm the coach. You can reach me at TOOLSOFHOPE.com.
And I am Barbara Russell, and I'm a counselor. And you can reach me on my website at www.barbararussell.com.
We'll see you next time.